Vlogmas Day 7, and I got a really exciting package in the mail that we're going to be unboxing for today's episode. This is the very first box of Club Grace Season 4, The Graces, A Journey Through Time. I'm so very excited about this. It came earlier today, and I really wanted to open it, but I was good, and I did some studying because why I haven't been able to do like the Vlogmas videos I want to is because I'm just so busy with school, mainly just biology. Like if it wasn't for that class, I mean, it would be much easier, but that's okay because I'm almost done with biology and we have a very fun treat to unbox today. Alright, so we're back and I have our box ready to be opened and my wonderful Grace doll right here with me. I'm very excited to get her in another outfit because don't tell anyone I said this, but she's been in the same outfit since last year. She's been dressed up for Christmas for an entire year, so I think it's time we get her in something a little bit different. So also too, I'm wearing a penny right here. It's a penny from 1901. I'll show it to you at the end of the video, but it's around a necklace, which I think is super cool. I got this from my pop's mother, who sadly passed away when I was a little girl, but I think this is so incredibly cool. So I thought it'd be really cool to wear this in this video. I'll try to get some different historical stuff for this series because this is the first box and I definitely plan to stay on the subscription service. I'm hoping for a year. I'm not entirely sure since it is a more expensive subscription service, but I'm definitely hoping to stay on it for quite a while. I mean, probably the whole year, you know, but I thought this would be really cool to talk about history and anything I know about history because I'm a huge history person, and one of the reasons I decided to become a member of this subscription, because I'm also a member of the Ella One subscription, is because number one, I just absolutely love Grace and I think she's amazing, and I've wanted to be a member of the subscription since I first discovered, I discovered Rachel Hoffman's channel like a little bit before she started the Grace subscription and before she introduced the Grace dolls. But I also am very obsessed with history, especially like history of my family, because like to me, my grandpa's side of the family, they are so amazing. They've tracked their family back like 7 or 8 generations because they kept, especially the men in my pop's side of the family and the women as well, but especially like my pop's like great granddads and all of that, they were very into like keeping like records of stuff because they're farmers, you know, and you really need to do that because that was before we had like the weather channels so we can see what's happening. So they would write about like when this happens with the weather, then we know to do this with the crops and all of that stuff. So there's a lot of family records there, and I just, because like it's crazy to think that like, you know, this relative of mine came to America 200 years ago or something like that, and it makes stories from like the 1700s or the 1800s, I guess is more what that will be, so much more believable, you know, because you have family that you can connect with and think about from them. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get on with our unboxing. So the box is absolutely gorgeous. I showed it to you before, but I'm definitely going to be keeping this. I do have my 3 Ella boxes I already have down there on my shelf. I'm probably only going to keep one from each series just because I can't have too many, and I definitely plan to be on the subscription services for a long time because I am VDC obsessed. Their stuff is absolutely amazing. So let's get into this. So this is a box from 1760, I believe, and oh my goodness, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. That is so pretty. Oh no, our letter. Ooh, so very gorgeous. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have a little letter. So I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm not the best reader, especially when I'm on video. I get nervous and make mistakes, but I will try to read this to you guys. It says, "Dear friends, welcome to A Journey Through Time. It is with great joy and excitement that I introduce you to Chapter 1, Lady Grace of 1760, the beginning of a magical 12-chapter adventure with Grace Marie Fitzpatrick. This box marks the start of an extraordinary journey through history where we will explore the elegance and artistry of historical fashion from the 1760s to the early 90s, 1700s to early 90s. Sorry, oh my goodness, no, I cannot read. From the 1700s to the early 1900s. There we go. Inside your box, you will find the first chapter of Grace's story, beautifully brought to life with artwork by the incredibly talented Diana Vining. I love her stuff, by the way. I was looking on her website. I love it so much. I hope you take a moment to immerse yourself in Grace's world as she discovers the wonders of the Georgian era. The gown included in this month's box is inspired by the grandeur and sophistication of the Georgian period, a time when history was an some of these are big words I don't know, and I'm not the best at reading like that type of writing, but I'm trying my best, y'all. Bear with me. If you want to fast forward, I understand. We're going to skip that word. Statement of elegance and status. The blue and gold brocade fabric, delicate lace accents, sparkling buttons, and intricate back lacing all capture the timeless beauty of this era. Every detail was designed to transport you to 1760, where omniscience and refinement defined the style. A bit of Georgian fashion history. The Georgian period, 1714 to 1830, was a time of transformation and extravagance in women's fashion. Gowns like Lady Grace's were often crafted from luxurious silk brocades and damask, woven with gold or silver threads to create a regal appearance. The silhouette of the time featured structured bodices with fitted waist and voluptuous skirts, supported by petticoats or planners. I think I'm going to have to cut this out because I can just not read this. I am sorry, but I'm sorry. I will, I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram. I hope that's okay. If y'all want to read it. So if you want to read it, I'll post it there. I'm sorry. I am not the best at reading, on camera. I get very nervous, especially when it's like a bit more of like that curvy font, but very, very gorgeous letter. And the little picture of the Grace doll there is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So here we have our box. Look at how pretty everything is. So absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take everything out. And on the bottom of the box, it says, through these garments, you hold the essence of an era gone by time, a time when elegance was a way of life and every detail mattered. As you explore this collection, let it be a reminder that the past is not only a memory, but a source of inspiration. May each piece guide you in creating your own timeless moments, where the grace of history meets the present day. The grace of history. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. All right, so we're going to close up our gorgeous little story box. One thing I think is really cool is I'll have to check the story a little bit of what's going on, but I think this isn't like Grace of the past. This can be taken many ways, and I think Rachel was talking about it too, that more of I think what they're going for is that Grace is like experiencing history through the past. Like maybe you can come up with a little bit of a story that she time travels, or that maybe she finds like a box with some super old dresses in it or something like that. But there's a lot you can do with this here. So let me, can you get on your knees like my smart dolls can? No, I don't think that's the most comfortable sit for you. I'm going to get a sip of my water and we are going to continue with this. Look at the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper, y'all. Like, for real. Absolutely gorgeous. Those little birds. Talking like this definitely gets my throat sore, so it's important I remember to sip my water. So I'm going to move this back. We're going to move it there. All right, great. So here we go. Ooh, I know that they said that there's not going to be as many like accessories and extras to go along with this, because obviously these garments cost a lot more to construct, you know, and put together, because I mean they're gorgeous and like very big and flowy. So I completely understand that, but I already see one really cool thing here. This is a little picture of our Grace doll in a frame, dressed in her gorgeous outfit for this month. This is the kind of stuff I love about these subscriptions so much. Just the adorable little add-ons. Like, it doesn't have to be like really accessories for me, but just like little pictures and stuff are so gorgeous. So we're gonna sit that with our girl there. And then we also have a little picture. I don't know if I don't think it's a postcard. Just a little picture of Grace here. Like, the artwork of this is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this stuff. It says XO Grace. Oh my goodness. All right. So here we have our paper doll of the month. I love it so much. I also really love the color hair she has. I'm hoping that they release a wig like that. I know they were hinting at it in the video that they made. I've only watched that video once, and I'll have to go watch it again later. Won't we, Grace? All right, and then we have our little craft. It's making the little books that we got. So I'm guessing that maybe Grace was transported with this with this little storybook. I was confusing book and photo story. Storybook and photo story. Two different things. So now we have our letter. So I would really like to read this to you guys, but I don't want to attempt of reading again and then being like, I'm going to have to cut this out because I said too many words wrong. So I'll do that at the end of our video. Ooh, it's back and forth. It's two-sided. So we'll look at that later. I hope that's okay to do on the videos. I hope so. All right, so here we go. We have our gorgeous outfit for the month. Look at this, y'all. Isn't that the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? So very pretty. All right, so let's get this opened. All right. Okay, so first we have this little piece that goes under the dress to make it extra, you know, fluffy and everything, because you'll definitely need that when you have a dress like this on. So here it comes. Look at how gorgeous this is. So this is from 1760, is from when this box was from. But it's two pieces, which is really cool too. If you ever wanted to use like a shirt or something to go with this, you might could even use this as like a modern day fashion, which, you know, like use a skirt with like a top or something. So that's very cool. I really like that they come apart, and I just love, like, look at these little details, y'all. Like, absolutely gorgeous. Like, I cannot imagine getting all of those little strings tied. Like, that would be a nightmare. So I guess we're gonna start by undressing our Grace doll. Alright, so I'm going to go through and unbutton her little buttons. This is just a little outfit I purchased off eBay last year. It's not a toner outfit or anything. I'm not sure. I think it's homemade. It could be made by somebody. Could be made by like a company, but I believe it's homemade. But I just love the little teddy bear outfit so much. And I'm very excited to see what's going on for Christmas because, you know, of course the Christmas boxes are always something super exciting. I'm going to go and talk about this here, but I really want an Ann doll for Christmas. Oh no, Grace's hand came out. Uh-oh. Hang on, I gotta go real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mom and grandma called me and they were just making sure that I had my lunch for tomorrow in the refrigerator. So I do, so it's nothing to worry about, but they both called me and I was like, better make sure nothing's wrong, you know, with that kind of stuff. But I gotta get Grace's hands out of these leaves. There we go. Alright. The things that we have to do with the dolls that we would never have to do with people, because we really hope our hands would never come off when changing outfits. That would be, you know what, we're gonna keep her hands off when we do this. I didn't know her hands came off until now. When I saw how they came off, I knew they didn't break, especially when they both did. But that's something really nice to know. It makes dressing your dolls much easier. I love all this articulation. It's really awesome, you all know. I love articulated dolls. I also love that her booty is like softer, so it allows for a lot more like posing and stuff. Alright. I do not have any underwear for my Grace doll though, so that might be something I can get her sometime. And I love the little tag we have right there. It's an R, so I guess that's for Ruby Red Galleria. And I love too, like, how much these subscription boxes collaborate with different doll people. Like, we have Ruby Red Galleria, Diana Vining, and I definitely know there's been other people to do stuff like this as well. So I think that's so, so very cool. All right. Another thing that I really want to do is I really want to get some more wigs for my Grace doll. Oh, that's her I was talking about. I was talking about Anne, wasn't I? Sorry, excuse me. I got interrupted. So the next doll, I really wanted Anne to add to my collection. I've been looking online and I saw there was a few that sold on the secondhand market, but not that many. I mean, there's only of the two that the VDC released, because I do know that Robert Tonner's used that body before. There's only been two to be released by the VDC, and that's what I want. I want Grace's little sister, of course, you know. But I really wanted one, and they've been sold out, both of them, for quite a bit on the VDC website. So I decided to send Rachel an email, and she said that they are working on a restock. So that's very, very exciting. I absolutely cannot wait to see what they come up with. I wonder if it will be like the exact same two Annes will be restocked, or if it will just be one, or if it will be a different Anne altogether. But Grace really needs her little sister. I would have bought her in a heartbeat when she first came out, but that was when I kind of lost my first job, and it was when I was technically hired at my tutoring job, but it was during the summer, so there wasn't much work opportunities, so I really needed to save my money. But I knew that Anne was definitely a doll I would be adding to my collection when I could, but unfortunately she sold out. But I will be definitely purchasing her when she comes back out. That's the doll that I really wanted to be my Christmas gift from my parents, and they said that I could do that, but she's not on the website right now. But as soon as Anne's back out, I will be adding her to my... I think you gotta put this part of the dress on before you do the poofy skirt, so let's take that off. But I definitely will be getting Anne as soon as I can. I saw that for this is December. The December month for Christmas for Anne, it's going to be like candy canes, which I thought was super cute. I saw that from the VDC's website, and I also saw what they're doing for Elowen. I don't want to spoil it if you're someone who doesn't want to know, but very, very cool. I don't know if I can afford to be on the Anne subscription box too when I get my Anne. I'm really hoping, Rachel said it would be soon, but soon can vary, you know. So I'm really hoping that they'll have the new Anne dolls out within the next few, I'm hoping for the next few weeks. I would really love it if I could get her by Christmas, but I don't know how likely that would be, but I'm definitely hoping that they'll be coming out soon, because I love the subscriptions boxes for her. I really wish I had one, because I would order some of those extras and stuff, but I'll definitely be doing that for a box or two. But if I had all the money, and I've been spending like all of my doll cash and all of my fun money cash, like literally pretty much all of it, on virtual doll convention dolls lately, because I'm absolutely obsessed with them. But I definitely, if I could, I would be a member of all 3 subscriptions, and it would be an amazing purchase, because truly, I mean, there are amazing add-ons, and there's definitely stuff I want to purchase, like all the add-ons that go on with the Ellen subscription and everything. But when you're a member of those subscription services, you truly don't have to really shop for your dolls. You can just, you know, use the subscription. I'm trying to get the poofy skirt on. It's a little difficult. This dress was actually significantly easier to get on than I expected it would be. Hang on, I'm grabbing her little, you know, the little rubbery part on her. I'm grabbing that instead of the skirt, so. There we go. Alright, now I gotta make sure it lays properly, which is gonna be hard. Alright, there we go. So I think that's what we're looking for. So look at how flowy and just like absolutely gorgeous that is. So let's go ahead and put her hands back on. But absolutely gorgeous Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I wonder what Grace is up to in 1760. I know that Rachel was talking about that this is an aristocratic outfit from back then. So I wonder if too, like, maybe what Rachel's, like, great grandmother would have been wearing back then. I wonder if it would have been something like this. I don't know what social class Grace's grandmothers would be from, but I'm definitely guessing that if she had the money to do so, she would get a gorgeous outfit like this, because we all know that Grace just definitely is amazing at fashion, and I imagine that's something that runs through her family. So, I mean, she had to get inspiration somewhere for getting such a gorgeous outfit to recreate. So definitely, absolutely gorgeous. I need to find like a beautiful field to take pictures of her in. I can definitely find one at my grandpa's, but at my pop's. But wow, absolutely gorgeous. Like, the quality of the material of this is so it's so pretty. And they said there's a lot in store for this month, and Rachel and Christopher were both talking about how amazing the December box is. This is the November one, although I'm unboxing it in December. But oh my goodness, just truly breathtaking. So, and like, look at this paper too. Look at how pretty that is. I don't know if it's catching the light quite right for you, but look at those bluebirds. That's so very pretty. So we're gonna let Lady Grace of 1760 sit right here. Let's move your arms back, girl. Like, your dress is poofy. There we go. That's better. She's sitting on her storybook, and I'm going to move everything back here, and I'm going to try to read to you guys her letter. I'm not the best reader myself, and when I get on camera, I get nervous, so you'll have to forgive me, but I'm going to try my best. All right, so it says A Journey Through Time, Chapter 1, Lady Grace of 1760. It was an unassuming morning when I first discovered the book. I had been browsing the library shelves, tracing my fingers over the spines of well-worn volumes, when my hand passed on a book I hadn't noticed before. Its cover was ornate, adorned with delicate rose designs and gilded letters that spelled out A Journey Through Time. Intrigued, I pulled it out from a shelf and settled into a cozy armchair by the window, eager to explore its pages. When I opened it, however, I was surprised to find that several pages were blank. Except for the first, there at the top was a single date, 1760. Something about the date, inked in a deep, elegant hand, drew me in, and as I read it, a strange sensation tingled at the tips of my fingers. The air around me seemed to shimmer. The library faded away as a rush of colors and sounds whirled past. I felt myself slipping, spiraling through time and space, as if I caught in a magical current that carried me further and further from anything I'd ever known. So she's definitely time traveling, which is really cool. Let's read on. A feeling that I don't know that word. A word I don't know, and strange, as if my very being was woven into the fabric of history. A warm breeze brushed against my skin, carrying scents of lavender and old wood. Faint strands of music echoed in my ears, and as the colors and sounds grew more valid, they began to solidify, until, quite suddenly, I was no longer in the library at all. Ooh. I was standing in a grand room, bathed in golden light. My hand instinctively went to my chest as I gazed around, marveling at the world that had appeared before me. High, alternate ceilings arched overhead, adorned with fluorescent and cloud shrubs. Rich tapestries lined the walls, and the polished floor beneath me gleamed like glass. like glass. My heart raced as I took in every detail, my mind struggling to grasp the impossible. Had I somehow traveled to another time? Then, as I looked down, I gasped. Draped around me was a gown so beautiful it hardly seemed real, a lavish creation of blue brocade embroidered with delicate gold flowers, fitting me as if it had been made just for me. Lace framed the necklace and adorned the cups, and the skirt cascaded over me with shimmering folds. The gown felt heavy, yet comforting, a luxurious weight that was new and thrilling to me. Before I could gather my thoughts, a gentle voice broke through my reserve. "Milady, it's nearly time for your morning tea." I turned, startled to see a young woman in simple yet net attire, her gaze respectful yet curious. Her manner was patient, her hands folded with quiet poise. She looked at me as if she knew, thought I had never seen her before in my life. "Are you speaking to me?" I stammered, still trying to make sense of everything. "Of course, my lady," she replied with a slight curtsy, her tone warm and familiar. "Shall I arrange your hair before you join the others?" She moved towards me, lifted a brush with practiced elegance. I could barely respond, feeling a mixture of wonder and disbelief. This young woman, my lady's maid, attended to me as if I had already been here, as if I truly belonged in this grand shimmering world. I let her arrange my hair and felt a strange thrill of seeing my reflection in the ordinate mirror. Each detail of my appearance transformed to fit this elegant error. My face was framed by loose curls, my posture straightened by the gentle weight of my own gown. I barely recognized myself as I moved through the manor. Each room revealed new marvels. Gold chandeliers sparkled overhead, casting light that danced on the crystal goblets and silver trays. Every corner held something wondrous, incredibly carved fashions, bonnets of fresh flowers, and a soft glow of candles in every corner. I couldn't help but stare, entranced by the splendor of it all, the sight and the sounds, the texture. It was though I had entered a dream. I marveled at the softness of the fabric against my skin, the sweet fragrance of roses that drifted from the garden outside, and the gentle murmur of conversation as other well-dressed guests mingled in nearby rooms. It was a world so different from my own, so steeped in elegance and ceremony, and yet, for this day, it was mine to express. I'm going to be honest, if I suddenly just turned up in another time, I would be so freaked out. It would be really cool to see everything, but I would be worried about how I would get home. As the day wore on, I found myself losing track of time, revealing in every grand gesture and graceful moment that seemed to come so naturally to those around me. I knew somewhere in the back of my mind that this experience would eventually end, that I would return to my own time and my own world, but for now I was content to live this dream, to be Lady Grace of 1760, surrounded by all the beauty and wonder that history could offer. And when I returned to my book at last, the blank page was no longer blank. The story of my day in 1760 was written there, waiting for me to read it and remember. The memory of a journey through time. Grace Marie Fitzpatrick. How sweet. What an adorable story. So I'm guessing that what's going to be happening for this box is that Grace is going to be traveling, of course, from the 1700s to the 1900s, and she's going to be filling out, well, she's not going to be filling out, as she time travels. Each chapter of the book will be planned out in a different decade or a different time, I guess. I'm guessing it's going to be different decades, but there's only 12, so we can't do them all. But very, very cool. I'm interested to see what different really antique fashions will be used. Honestly, I'm more interested in the newer ones, so like the 1900s, just personally because that's more the time that I'm connected to, but definitely so very cool, and also a really fun way to learn about history and practice my reading of the text that's swirly, because I've never been the best at that. But all of this artwork and everything is just so gorgeous. I love the story, just so fantastic. So I think that's everything I have to say for this video. I absolutely love Lady Grace of 1760, and hopefully I can get her little sister soon as well. So thank you all so much for watching this part of the video, and I'll see you next time.